What was your email?
Yeah, peacock on the plane.
It's just
The next episode of The Commercial Break starts now.
Oh. Da, 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 da. I'm Brian, this is Chrissy, and Happy New Year to everybody, in case you're wondering. It is a new year, and happy to it.
happy to it.
Happy to it. Happy to it. Happy to it. Yeah, I'm Brian, this is Chrissy, and welcome to The Commercial Break. It's another fantastic episode of The Commercial Break, no matter what day it is, Tuesday or Friday, whichever day you happen to be listening.
Yes.
Or maybe you're listening on Saturday. Who knows?
Yeah.
That's the beauty of podcasting, on demand. It's technology of the future.
It's so nice. I know.
Technology of the future.
I know. I feel like I'm in Back to the Future.
Yeah.
The Mandalorian? No.
The Mandalorian?
No. What was the
DeLorean. The DeLorean. The Mandalorian. The Mandalorian.
That thing.
Yeah.
Space.
Space, man. Cool. I was reading on the CDC website. They have now put a warning out for the zombie apocalypse. Did you see this?
I did not.
Did you hear about? I
No.
literally have it on a piece of
What?
paper right here.
Well, so that makes it true.
The CDC's got you covered. The CDC has updated its website's zombie preparedness section, which it launched in 2011. It advises people on how to prepare for disasters or emergencies. While the CDC makes it clear it's not expecting a real-life World War Z or Walking Dead situation to arise, it says tongue-in-cheek that the campaign has proven to be a very effective platform at what? Telling
For what? Yeah.
telling morons more about the bullshit that they don't need to know?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly. Did you hear this? That they're now blaming snow on... that they think that snow is fake? The snow that fell in Texas is fake?
What?
Some lady was like putting it in a microwave and it was setting on fire, and then she was saying that Bill Gates was responsible for the snow, that it's got vaccine in it, and that that's his way of
Lord. Can those people
transporting...
just go and start their own island? Can they just go and...
I don't know. I don't know. I just it's just hard for me to wrap my head around how much craziness people believe. Yeah. I mean, I have these friends that are on Facebook, and they're incredibly, at one point I thought they were just like intelligent human beings, like sentient life. They understood that shit just works a certain way, and the stuff that's coming out of their mouth or on their Facebook page, it's just unbelievable to me. It really is.
I had to defriend and block one person.
I tried my best not to do it, but then after a while, I'm like, well, they're too far gone.
Yeah.
Like what am I going to do?
No, I'm never
I'm not going to argue with them. And quite frankly, I don't want to read it. I don't want to read all this
or
horse
reconnect
stuff.
with them.
No. Connect with them in any way, shape, or form. So tcbpodcast.com is where you go. You can read all the show notes, find out more about Chrissy and I, and you can watch our entire library there. Just go there quickly, because who knows how long the library is going to be up there.
Ooh,
that's all I got to say.
Mystery.
We are not doing, we don't have an active Patreon campaign going on right now, but we are retooling that. We expect to launch that back in the next couple of months.
Feel free to
bigger and better. Yeah, feel free to feel free to donate.
$5.
Yeah, donate. It's we're gonna start a GoFundMe page for The Commercial Break. Poor Bryan and Chrissy.
Yeah.
Just two struggling artists trying to make ends meet.
Trying to make it in this
Trying
world.
to make ends meet. Speaking of make ends meet, I let people know the last time. I'll say this the next couple times just so people know in case they're popping in mid-show. We have that kind of show where you probably listen to that week's episode, but maybe not like 5 weeks ago's episode, because it's just kind of it's not evergreen content.
Omnipresent.
Omnipresent.
Were you gonna say
that's what I was going to say. Omnipresent. Oh my God.
I'm not a cat.
No, you're not, sir. You are not a cat. We can see that. We have added something exciting happened in The Commercial Break. As we've grown, we've gotten a few people that have discussed with us advertising or sponsorships, what we're calling sponsorships. Yes. That means someone comes on and they sponsor
we don't
show.
have to start a GoFundMe page.
Yeah, there's no GoFundMe page needed. Now we make that $5 through ad campaigns. But we made the choice to do that and to release our content on a platform where everyone can listen for free. This is not anything new to you. You listen to lots of podcasts that have sponsorships in them. We're just yet another one, but we just wanted to let you know that was happening. And this means all good things for The Commercial Break, and hopefully for you listening. what it means is that we get to create more content more frequently and better content because now we have a little bit more freedom to do so. And there's just some basic costs that are associated with doing this that we can get covered by having sponsors on. But we promise
You should see all the cords in this room.
Yeah, there are hundreds of cords, and they grow by the episode.
Yes.
Yeah, and you should.
I used to be able to walk
Yeah,
in here.
I know. Now there's only one way in, and one. God forbid there's a fire in this place, because we're gonna go up like a White Snake concert. I shouldn't have said that. I should not have said that. I'm sorry. Those people died, and that was horrible.
Oh.
You remember the White Snake concert
No.
where they were all in a club with the
Oh.
curtains, like
That's
like these
right.
kind of curtains, these kind of like soundproof curtains.
I always think even an explosion, like we referenced in our last episode, with
Where someone drinks gasoline and they just explode from the inside out
Yes.
because they swallowed a lit cigarette. I
Yes.
mean, what a ridiculous concept. Who's swallowing lit
I
cigarettes?
mean, you made it through. You drove off with the pump.
I
in
drove
your
off with the
car.
pump, and I'm still here to talk about it
And
today.
you were smoking.
Yeah, I
around
was.
That time.
I was smoking at
So-
that time, but luckily I was not smoking at that time. But I was a smoker at that time. Had that guy not told me that, hey, you have the gas pump.
Pump it.
Yeah, pump it. What up? 2000 Accord.
I got
What
this
up?
new car.
I got this brand new car. Look at my whip. Look at my whip. All factory settings. I'm telling you what.
I don't got a spoiler, but I got the
Yeah.
I got the pump.
That's right. I got a mid-size compact car with all the luxury features, like 3 packages down. Cloth seats, fake leather.
You did have the 60.
I did have the 6 CD disc changer, but
changer.
unfortunately, by the time I bought it, there was no need for discs anymore. I think I used that disc player like for a year. And I had the Kings of Leon CD that someone gave to me, and I
had your
burned that
Kings
shit
of
out.
Leon
Yeah,
phase.
we all did. We all had that Kings of Leon.
You
phase.
had it more though.
I did. I liked that first album very much. And then
That was like
yeah.
their third album too.
No, not the Sex on Fire album.
That's like their third album.
No, I know, but I liked their first album was
Oh.
my favorite album. That's the album that I really wore out. But then that third album,
Pretty sure you wore the other one out.
well, I might have worn all of them out, all 3 of them, the first, second, and third one.
Were you having sex when you were playing Sex on Fire?
Yes, I was. Yes, I was.
You did that.
I was so smooth. Your sex is on fire.
Didn't
Meanwhile,
you go to the concert?
what's that?
Didn't you go to the concert?
Well, here's a funny story. Not only did I go to the concert, but I went backstage. I went to a number of their concerts, and I went backstage to a number of their concerts because my friend got an assignment writing
that's right.
yeah,
Moon
and-
Taxi.
Moon Taxi. And so I won't get into all the details because I'm not sure he wants me to share them, but just know
Yeah.
that we went to Charleston. I think I
You
told
went on
this
like a little
story.
mini tour.
We went on like a little mini tour, and like we went to Charleston, and then we met these 2 girls at the back of a bar, and then we took them back to our tiny little fucking shitty ass hotel room. My friend, God love him, he always decided he was going to pick the most roachy infested hotel.
Was that T?
What's that?
Was that T?
T? D? What do you mean T?
I was trying not to say his name, but
Oh, no. No, he's a different guy altogether.
Okay.
I don't ever think you meet this guy, actually. I kind of lost touch with him before you and I knew each other. I didn't lose touch. We just didn't really hang out all that much. But just know that he picked his idea of culture was to go and find the worst hotel or motel, the seediest hotel or motel. And so this hotel was on the Isle of Palms. And it was literally right next door to a rock and roll club, like an outdoor, like beach type rock and roll club where they just paid like rock and roll all night long.
yeah.
And the hotel, it was like, building after building after building lined up on the beach, right next door to each other. Ping, 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 ping. And so our little walkway, when you walk down the walkway to get to the room, you could see into the club. And it was just like, it was like one cohesive unit. You couldn't hear a fucking thing. It was so loud. And so we meet these girls at the club, and then we take them back. And then I took the girl that I met back to the hotel room. And and then
He played Sex is on Fire.
played Sex is on Fire, and then had Sex is on Fire, and my penis hurts. You having STD now? Do you need a crescent cup? Don't pull out, push in. So it's a tried and true method for having badges. Badges. What's that? So we're there. Let's call this like 1 o'clock in the morning. Well, 2 o'clock in the morning, my friend gave me some time. 2 o'clock in the morning, he brings this other girl who was this girl that I was with, friend. That's how we met. There was like 4 of us, like, coupled up now.
Yes. Friends with friends.
Yeah, and then I just said, let's just put it this way. The other friend was a little more on the homely side, right? She was like, she had an interesting look about her. But and these girls were from like, rednecky South Carolina. And so they come in, and the girl that I'm with pretend like we're asleep, right? We're done. We just kind of pretend like we're asleep because, we're cuddling. We don't want to be bothered. We don't want to bother them. And these beds are right next to each other because we're at a Roach motel, and they're like full-size beds, not even queen-size beds. They're like on top of each other. And then all of a sudden we start hearing, the sounds of sweet, sweet love coming from their direction.
Sex on fire.
And then at one point we hear, stop. And then you hear, what's going on? Stop. That's not the right place. Stop.
Oh.
And I was like, oh my God, what's going on over there? So we start giggling a little bit, right? And then she's like, stop it. I told you, stop it. Not there. And he's like, oh, sorry, I'm drunk. And she's like, not there. And then so finally I just kind of got up and I was like, what is going on?
Dude,
like, yeah, because,
don't do it there.
everyone is drunk, and I just wanted to make sure we're not doing things there that no one wants really there,
Yeah.
So I just kind of interrupted the flow just to make sure that, not that I think my friend was doing anything horribly wrong.
A little commercial break.
Yeah, a little commercial break. I wanted to make sure he didn't find himself in any peculiar situations. But it was just funny. Not there.
Not there.
Not there. I just wonder where not
that one.
I can imagine where not there was, but what if not there was like in the belly button? Like,
or in your nose.
not there. Yeah, in your nose. Your ear.
Not that hole.
Pick one, not that one. So tcbpodcast.com is where you go, and then you can find our audio library at The Commercial Break on Instagram. 470-584-8449 is where you can text us or leave us a voicemail. But if you leave us a voicemail, we may play that voicemail here on air. Just know that. And standard text messaging rates do apply, Chrissy Hoadley.
My 88-year-old grandfather called in.
Yeah.
We may have to play that at some point.
I'll play it. Yeah, no doubt. We'll play it in a couple. I can't play it now, but I'll play it. We'll play it the next episode. Yeah. I may have to edit it just a little bit to take out any identifying information. Want to let you know that this episode of The Commercial Break is sponsored by BetterHelp.com, and actually, Chrissy has used BetterHelp.
Yes, I have. Brian.
And you liked it.
I
you had a good
really
experience.
loved it. A fantastic experience. They give you good tools to just work through things. And again, it doesn't have to be an emergency. It's maybe just something that you don't want to dump on your friends or spouse or partner or whatever about. You just need some outside perspective.
I have a lot of friends who I think are scared of therapy. They think that therapy means something is wrong with them. They're going to be diagnosed with some mental illness, when I think that most people who go to therapists actually end up coming out better on the other side, a better person for it on the other side. And I've been to lots of therapy and never been diagnosed with anything. That's not what that means. It's just therapy. It's, they call it the talking cure, right? You get in and there's something really...
Like a personal trainer for your mind.
Hey, that's a good one. I like that. Yeah. It's cognitive therapy. It's just going in there and talking it out with somebody. And a lot of times you already have the answers. You just need to hear it out loud. You need to hear yourself say it. Yes. Like I said it last time as a joke, but I think it's kind of true. Sometimes the best thing a therapist can do is put a mirror up, right? And say, this is the issue and we're going to work through it now. Yeah. And it's especially useful if you're feeling a little down or the pandemic's got everyone a little blue, I think.
Oh my gosh.
Stressful year.
Pandemic and, work things, relationships, whatever, just anything. It's a tune-up.
Yeah, and what BetterHelp.com does, I think that is really beneficial is when I started therapy, in my 20s, right? And I had a little bit of a tough childhood, and so therapy for me was kind of a next natural step to working out, shaking out some of those issues that I had, with my childhood. But what happened was I went to 3 or 4 different therapists before I actually found a therapist that I kind of jived with.
Yeah, me too.
And that can be a difficult process because I think people get defeated by that process also. They go to see a therapist.
They don't jive and
they don't jive and they never go back. Yeah, they never go back. And so what BetterHelp.com does, they allow you to answer some questions about what kind of therapy and therapist you need. And I think, kind of like a personality profile, for lack of a better term. I don't think that's the official term. And then they hook you up with a therapist who specializes in exactly what you need. And this isn't a crisis hotline you don't call when you're having like an emergency type of situation. But within 48 hours, they're going to connect you online with someone you can have a discussion with. The cool thing is you can also reach out to the therapist at any time, which is not something you can do when you go to an office.
Like text message.
Oh, really? Or like through a portal.
Yeah.
But I don't, like, if I was to text message my therapist, that she wouldn't respond. She just wouldn't, unless it was an emergency, right? She wouldn't respond because that's not how traditional therapy works.
Right.
You're in for an hour, what they call a therapist hour, 50 minutes.
Yeah.
And then when you better save it all up for the next 50 minutes.
But
because,
with this,
yeah,
with BetterHelp, you can just go ahead and message.
You can communicate with them.
They may not respond right away, but they're going to get right back to you.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I think it's probably different for everybody depending on who your therapist is.
Try it.
But BetterHelp.com. And listen, so the good people at BetterHelp.com have allowed us to give you 10% off if you do the following. Go to BetterHelp.com/commercial break. That's BetterHelp.com/commercial break. And when you do that, you'll get 10% off your first couple of visits. I think that's a real cool thing that they're doing. And listen, don't shy away from getting help if you need it. Okay, so speaking of help if you need it. Boom. Speaking of help if you need it.
Yes.
Frankie B.
Oh, Frankie.
Now, we've been on a little bit of a Frankie B run, but I figure get strike while the iron's hot. We'll get sick of him pretty soon, right? But I figure strike while the iron's hot.
I mean, he's a wealth of
He's a wealth of hilarity,
funniness.
this guy. And here's the thing about
I wonder if I just thought about this. I wonder if we could actually interview anybody that's taken his advice. I mean, he doesn't offer a course, right?
He does?
No,
not that I know of.
But anybody that's actually like followed the steps. I haven't seen the steps.
There are 1,606 people that currently subscribe to his channel. I'm one of them. So let's call it 1,605 people that currently subscribe to his channel. So
I'd love
somebody
to just reach out and see.
I actually would mind having the guy on the show. I think he probably.
Guy, I mean, Frankie, but
Yeah.
I think we didn't end up making fun of him more so that I would just like to get somebody. I think I would like to get somebody who's actually taking
who's actually
the
listening
steps.
to his help.
Yes. And what has happened.
But here's the
Where
problem.
are they now?
Frankie never
if
gives you a
will,
step.
If you will.
Where
I
are they
know.
now? Probably in the grave. Where are they now? I'm broke and homeless and divorced for the 4th time.
Hey, it's me, Frankie. How did it go? Did you listen to my last video? How was that advice?
I'm filing for bankruptcy.
Why is that?
Remember that time you told me not to flaunt my money because they catch on to you, and then they won't want their money?
Oh yeah, that's advice you can take to the bank.
Well, she took it to the bank, all the way to the bank. Now I'm bankrupt.
Great. How's your physical fitness? You gotta be spot on. You gotta be spot on. You're never gonna get another chance, Hoadley. Never gonna get another chance at a second date. Never, ever. You're gonna die old and alone if you're not spot on.
What if I up the age range? What if I go again? I open up the age range?
If you open up the age range, it's more likely, because you know what's going to happen? They're going to go to their mom and their dad, and they're going to say, you know what? I found someone who's 78, and they want to date me. And she'll be 50. And she'll love it. Her parents will be so happy and proud.
Mom, Dad, this 90-year-old is hitting on me. Oh, congratulations, honey. We can die in peace now.
Hey, this fits right in with what Papa Joe called you about last night.
Yeah, listen, Papa Joe is a badass. Papa Joe is not
He's got
Frank.
game.
He's got way game. He doesn't have to flaunt it. He doesn't have to make videos about it because he's got the magic in his pants. He's got the antsies in his pantsies. That's all I got to say.
It's up in the mind.
Yeah, it's all up in here. It's not in here. I don't have any muscles, so I'm not going to point to him. But it's not in here. It's not in your shave and wax chest. It's not in your. Oh my God. Okay, so here I'm going to go back. I'm going to dig a little deeper into Frank's library, right? So
Going deep.
yeah. So first of all, I want you to hear some. Hold on one second. I've got a little. I want to play you something that I thought was cool that I cut up. Oh no, that's not it. Hold on. I'm sorry. So where is it?
Are you a cat?
Are you a cat? No, I had the Frankie B theme song here together because he doesn't play it.
Oh, the theme song they had
Yeah.
made for him.
If you wanna get ready to stare at your tits now, Frank's gonna teach you how.
Don't delay.
Don't delay.
Don't
Yeah.
delay.
Oh, come on. Where is it? I just put it in here. Oh, I wish I had this. I don't want to spend the whole
Do
show
the wah
looking
wah
for.
sound.
I can't find that either. Oh my God, it's all going to hell in a handbasket. Okay. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. What are you waiting for?
Don't delay, don't delay,
Don't delay. What are you waiting for? Gun. Hey, it's the fake Foo Fighters behind me playing my theme song 24 hours a day. I hired them for a year. Yeah, man, this old guy came up to us and said, hey, remember that song you had back in the 1998? I'll pay you $600,000 just following me around.
Is that Whitesnake?
No, it's not Whitesnake. It's Papa Roach. It's Papa Roach. That's what it is. Remember Papa Roach?
I haven't heard that in forever.
Papa Roach.
It's Papa Roach.
Wonder what they're having a Papa Roach.
I don't
They were on
know.
such a trajectory. They had that one song, and then they had another song, and then it just all faded
And
away.
who
from
knows?
Papa
Where
Roach.
are they now?
I probably working at Starbucks.
Oh.
Shift manager at Chili's, I would imagine.
Yes.
No, I don't know. Papa Roach, they probably still around playing. It's to somebody. Oh my God. There was a DJ here in Atlanta, a radio DJ called Roach. That was his name, Roach. And he lived right across the street from me when I lived down in Midtown Atlanta. And I went to a party at his house one time, and it was exactly
Was it
the kind
wild?
of it was exactly the kind of party you would expect out of a guy named Roach. Many people, many people. Let's just put it
Yeah.
that way. He was a nice guy, though. I liked him very much.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What was his real name?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I didn't ask.
Hey, Roach, what up?
Yeah, hey, Roach, what up? Morning, neighbor. Sorry, afternoon. Good evening, neighbor.
Hitting the pool?
Yeah. What's that?
Hitting the pool?
No, there was no pool in Midtown.
Oh, okay.
No, just a lot of carjackings. A lot of carjackings. That great Philly cheesesteak place on the counter. Atlanta Zone 5 Police Department. That's what you had.
Yes.
Yep. You had the Techwood Apartments and Atlanta Zone 5 Police
Yeah.
Department. All right, here comes Frankie. You ready?
Okay, you ready?
What's up, everybody, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here,
What's up, everybody?
If you're new here, what?
If you're new here, what, Frankie? Tell us what's going on, Frankie.
Yeah.
Well, here, I want you to know something. This is one of Frankie's earlier videos, so he doesn't have quite the pitch down that he does the last couple of videos.
Which is nothing.
Yeah.
my name is Frank Bernardo, and I
My name is Frank Bernardo.
suggest that you hit that subscribe button if you want to be a part of my YouTube family that caters to men over 50 that want to up their game and look and feel better about themselves. So you want to be a badass.
Wow.
Don't we all?
Yeah, so you want to be a badass. You came to the right place. My nickname
If you're
is
new
Badass.
here,
Yeah. By
You're
the
gonna be
way,
a
just the
badass.
terminology badass is like, it's definitely for a 50-year-old. Like, you don't say the word badass
Absolutely.
anymore.
No.
You say badass is like a verb, like, or an adjective, like badass,
That's
man. Yeah, you don't
badass.
say I'm a badass. That's not what you say, Frank.
Dudes, this is hysterical. All of a
And this is hysterical. Thank you for
It
prefacing this
absolutely
video.
is
Yeah.
hysterical.
sudden,
It's already funny. We haven't even started.
you want to be a badass. How come? What's going on in your life?
How
you got a
come?
new lady in your life? Someone you're trying to impress? Before you jump into this big bad boy attitude, there's a lot more to that. It's not as easy as flipping a switch.
So you want to be a badass? What's going on with you? New lady in your life?
Why do you want to
Just
be
get a
badass?
divorce? Your wife run away with the pool boy?
Yeah. Just so you know, it's not as easy as flipping.
It's not as easy as flipping a switch. You're still at that age
You
where
can't
you're
just
scared of
switch
pussy.
Badass on.
You're still at that
Badass
age
off.
where you're
Badass
scared
on,
of pussy.
Badass off. The switch.
I love it. It's just, this guy reminds me of that Paul guy. You're at the age where you're scared of pussy. Oh, really? Okay. What age do I not get? What age do I get unscared of pussy? Because by the way, I'm 44 and I'm still scared of pussy.
And you're an instant bad boy, but you're in luck. Today, I'm going to give you 6 quick tips on how to be a bad boy with effortless style. Before we get into those tips, there are 2 kinds of badasses. Badass number
There's two types.
There's two types. One that makes YouTube videos for nobody. And the second is Harrison Ford type. It's just a bad... Who doesn't have to tell anybody he's a badass. Yeah. I fall into one of those categories. Can you figure out which one? I'm going to make a video about it next.
There's a switch.
How to tell which type of badass you are. Now, I guarantee you Frank's going to give you no information, but we'll continue anyway.
One is a man that society needs. He can throw his weight around and everybody will still come to him. And then there's badass number two. This guy throws his weight around and no one even cares about his very existence. He's just a pile of crap.
He's a pile of crap?
He's a pile of crap?
Is that what he said?
He said he's a pile of crap. There's two kind of people in this world. People that get all the pussy and people get none of the pussy.
By the way, you're a pile of crap.
Yeah, you're a pile of shit. I'm sorry.
Keep
if you're watching this video.
Keep
Yeah, by the way, Frank, come on, man. Put this together. Frank just has word diarrhea. He cannot help himself. He cannot help himself. He's like the Donald Trump of YouTube creators over 50.
Beautiful.
Yeah, because Frank,
Beautiful.
you just said no one would
First
come
of all,
to
he
this.
said there were 6 steps.
There were 6 steps.
Then he
Well, he's
went
going to get into
into-
6 steps,
he
but
went
now
into
there's
2
two.
badasses,
He wants you to know there's a
and
Venn
then-
diagram
okay.
of badasses. And by the way, but if people are self-selecting themselves as non-badasses because they're watching this video, and now you're telling them they're a piece of shit before the video even starts. It's like, Frank, come
Piece
on,
of
man.
crap.
Call me. I can help you with this content.
You don't want to be badass number two. Be badass number one that society looks up to. After all, being a badass, it's not about being a prick. It's just being above mortal man. It's the
Mortal man.
It's not about being a prick. It's just about acting like one.
Right.
It's not about being a prick. It's just making sure everybody else
Being
thinks you're
above a
one.
mortal man.
Mortal man.
Okay.
Mortal. Not mortal. Mortal.
that easy, and everyone will look up to you. All right, so let's get
Hold on.
Wow,
Everyone will look
Frank.
up to you.
Man, these early videos are full of piss and vinegar, aren't they? Gotta slow down on the
Whoa.
on the HGH or whatever you're drinking
Yeah.
for breakfast.
into it, guys. Tip number one, it's dress sharp, slick, and intimidate others. Why?
What? Intimidate others?
Where are we going? I'm confused on the timeline here.
Don't worry about
What-
it.
what
You're not gonna
happened?
make.
There were
listen,
6 steps.
I know 6 steps,
Now
and then you're
there's
2,
badasses,
and number 1,
and
yeah.
then where are we now?
You got to dress and intimidate
Slick.
people. How
You gotta
exactly do
be
you
slick and
dress
be
to
above mortal, or you're a piece of crap.
How exactly do you dress to intimidate people? You gonna dress like Marilyn Manson, or I'm not understanding.
You got a zoot
What?
suit on.
You got a zoot suit.
That's the way I'm thinking.
I'm thinking a seersucker.
I'm thinking zoot suit.
a powder blue seersucker suit. That's
I'm
what I'm
thinking a
walking in
zoot
with.
suit.
Yeah.
I want a pinstripe, black and white, with a red scarf.
I'm thinking a rhinestone.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello, my ragtime girl.
I'm thinking just a crotchless rhinestone thong. Walking
Well,
into
there's that.
walking into Hooters with that on.
Well, there's that.
That's the first kind of badass. The kind that everybody cares about.
Yes. Do you have
Because
that outfit? Do you have that? Then you're a piece of crap.
Yeah, I'm gonna go look at my outfit right after the show's over.
A true badass is a man who dresses sexy. That's what makes him a badass. If you
That's what makes you a badass is when you dress sexy.
Dress sexy.
Huh. If I had known this, if I had only known this when I was 20 and still scared of pussy.
are dressing like the average guy out there, guess what? You're blending in the crowd. That's not a badass. We're not here to blend in the crowd. You want to stand out. So that's the ultimate way to make your appearance, dominate over the average guy. And also, do not forget about your hairstyle.
How does that work for you?
Works great for me. I'm doing wonderful with my hairstyle. I'm married with 2 kids. Listen, yeah. I'm married with 2 kids. I'm doing great.
badass.
Yeah, we're badass. I'm a taken badass. But yeah, Frank, how much money did you spend on those hair plugs, bud? I mean, seriously, let's get real. How much money did you spend on those hair plugs?
And that's okay. People can get
I don't
hair
give a shit if you have
plugs.
hair plugs. Listen,
But-
I might get hair plugs. I mean, I'm losing.
No, don't get them.
Don't get them.
I've seen someone firsthand that got them.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
someone we know.
No.
Okay.
This was the tanning bed that I worked at when I was 16.
And it looks like actual
man,
hair plugs.
it looks
Yeah, it looks like
plugged.
actual plugs. Yeah, there's good kind of hair plugs.
Yeah.
And there's highly disturbing kind of hair plugs. For sure.
Facial hair. Are you doing the same thing every day? Are you wearing your hairstyle the same way? Are you having your facial hair growing the same way? Are you clean shaven? That's not a badass. A badass is a man who changes it up and gives.
Clean shaven? That's not a
Yeah, that's not a badass. One day you got a mustache, next day you got a goatee, then you got a flavor saver. Make sure the sideburns are down to here. Clean yourself up. Take your eyebrows off. Put some silly string on your head.
Put some horns on.
Yeah, put the silly string in it, the hair in a can on your face. Shave
That's not a badass.
Shave off some
Clean
chest.
shaven.
Shave off your chest hair. Paste it on your chin. Put some pubic hair in your ears. Yeah, that's a badass. He's always changing
You gotta
things
make
up.
yourself look different.
Part of being a badass is making sure no one knows who you are from day to day. Make yourself unrecognizable. I love you, Frank. You make no fucking sense whatsoever.
Absolutely not.
No fucking sense. I don't get what the fuck you're talking about, man. I'm so sorry, man. But I love it. It's just so entertaining.
I want to follow.
I want to.
To follow the steps, but there are no steps.
Yeah, I want to be with you here on this one, but you just come
Clean
off
shaven.
like... Yeah. The first kind of badass isn't a prick. He just talks like one. That's me.
There's people this sense of mystery. What's he gonna do next? What's he gonna wear tomorrow? What kind of hairstyle is he gonna have? That's what you want to do. You want to get their attention because you can go from a look like
This isn't a prize in a Cracker Jack box. It's your facial hair. I mean, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's a big deal to change your
Yeah,
hair
it is.
or your look.
Well, I mean, most people just don't populate like a
No.
beard in a day.
No.
I mean, that's something that takes a minute to grow. I mean, unless you're like me and you just have hair all over the place. But yeah, oh my God, Frank, I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
like the gluing of the pubic hair on the face.
Yeah, I think that's a new trend.
It's a mysterious
Yeah.
look.
It's the pube stash. Brian, something looks different about you. It's my pube stash.
What did you do? Where did you go? I went to this barber shop.
Yeah, I got my new pube stash.
And they shaved my pubes and put it on my brow. Not my brow.
New from
my beard.
Pavacacour 3000, the pube stash. Are you sick of being a pile of shit? Do you want to stand out in the crowd? Pavacacour 3000 has got you covered with the new line of pube stash and pube beard.
It's a pube wig.
Yeah, a pube flavor saver. Pube sideburns.
Got the whole pube line.
The ladies love them. They love to run their hair through your pube stash.
You like the way that feels, baby?
Yeah.
It used to be on my genitals.
What's that smell? It's my pube stash. Oh,
Something's different about you.
it's my pube stash.
Let me let you in on a little secret.
Yeah, and don't forget about Pavacacour 3000's pube wigs. You too can have realistic
hair
pube hair on your head.
on your head or beard or brows or nose
Having
or
trouble-
ears, anything.
Having trouble growing?
Gotta be mystery.
Having trouble growing your own pubes? Pavacacour 3000 now offers real Indian pube hair. Our workers in the Indian factory are cutting off their pubes for you.
Mysterious.
Mysterious.
Very mysterious.
this, or to this, or this look.
Just know that he
What?
snapped. I know. Just know that
What
he's,
is he
he's
saying?
snapping his fingers, and he had like me. He had like a 5 o'clock shadow, the one that I'm always carrying around, and then he snaps his finger. The 5 o'clock shadow is gone. Then he snaps his finger again, and his hair goes from like a little bit of streaked gray to completely jet black, and it's like slicked back.
You're not seeing me in a leather jacket, ripped up shirts, ripped up jeans, or some beat up cowboy boots, okay? That's the stereotype for a prototypical badass. That's not ripped.
Get rid of those ripped up jeans. Mom jeans are in style.
Badass.
Oh my God.
Is
Let's keep on going.
a badass is a well-styled, dress-defined man.
It's well-styled, dressed, and defined man. Well, listen, most of us are well-defined, but here's the thing, Frank, is that if you watch any of Frank's videos, post this video, it's Frank's outfit is specifically leather jackets, ripped
jeans and ripped shirts.
Yeah, ripped shirts. That's all he wears. He is basically
he said that's the old.
Oh, that's the old
notion of-
Frank.
No,
Yeah.
that's the old notion of what a badass
Ah,
is.
okay. He's
But
the
he's
new
still going
notion.
with it.
Yeah, he's still going with it. He can get away with it because he's in a pile of shit. Frank is basically a walking Ed Hardy commercial. is what
What
he
are
is.
the 6 steps again?
I don't know. We're still on step 1, I think. It's going to be a long show, folks. Strap in.
Enough said. That is a badass. That's all you need to do.
What is?
Gentlemen,
What did you say?
What?
We missed it. What? All you need to do is what? Is get rid of your ripped jeans? I'm not sure. You gave no information, Frank.
No.
None.
tip number 2. You gotta be a perfectionist. Guys, this is extremely important.
You say everything is extremely important, Frank, but the fact is you never give us follow-up information we can actually follow up on.
To be perfect in anything you do. Now you're probably wondering, what does perfection have to do with being a badass?
I was
Well, it's
wondering.
a lot. And let me tell you why. It's because when you become indispensable to people, they need you. Brother, you're a badass.
Is Frank on drugs?
Yeah,
I'm
think.
pretty
well,
sure
I mean,
Frank's on drugs.
Yeah, he's
I
probably.
mean, I don't want to say anything.
I
He
mean-
could maybe just use better help.
Yeah, I don't want to say that Frank's on drugs because I don't know that Frank's on
sounds
drugs.
hyped up.
He sounds like he's hyped up.
And not coherent with the
The thought
steps.
process.
Yeah.
I mean, that could just be all the. That could just be all the Red Bull or the HGH.
Or the
I don't
pubes.
know. Oh, the pubes. He's been sniffing under his pube step. Bavaca 3000, providing the best in pubic hair technology.
Number 3, it's have the badass body. If you want to be a true badass,
I mean,
Well,
I'm
I got
pretty
this
sure
covered. I got this one covered. Look at this body.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's everybody's main goal is to have a badass body.
Yeah, by the way, everyone wants to have a badass body, Frank, and you can't just snap your fingers and make that happen.
No, you can work at
Why don't
it
you give
and make
people
it
like actual tips that they can like? First of all, no one wakes up in the morning and says, "I want to be a badass number 1." Like that's just not how the world works. And number 2,
Goodbye, ripped jeans.
Yeah, bye bye. Tank top,
Goodbye.
leather shirt. See you later, facial hair.
Bzzz,
Yeah.
Shave your head.
If every guy over 50 woke up ripped like you were with a perfect head of hair and, a Corvette, then everyone would be fine. But the truth is that most of the people that need your help are the exact opposite of what you're describing. You're actually making people feel worse about themselves, not
Yeah,
better.
they're like, I don't have
Yeah.
this.
Maybe you'd have more subscribers if you took a different tact on this.
Provocateur.
Provocateur 3000.
dude, you better have the goods to back it up. All right, that means putting your dues in, getting in the gym, and
Getting your penis pump out, adding an extra inch or 2. You
Put
better
your
have.
dues in.
You know what's not badass? Not having a 12-inch penis. You better get in there and put your
You're a
reps
piece
in.
of crap.
Yeah, you're a piece of shit. You'll never amount to anything in life.
Put in your dues.
But don't come join our
Get some pubes.
come join our YouTube family.
Get some pubes. Get a
some
penis
pubes,
pump.
penis pump, and hit the gym. You're fine.
working out. A true badass doesn't even have to say anything other than, look at my body.
Is that how you start the conversation? Hey, everybody, it's my friend Frank. Look at my
my
body.
Damn, that guy's a badass.
What? This guy's a badass. The number 1 type, not the number 2 type. I actually give a shit about this guy. He's not a pile of shit. Did you hear him? He just walked in and we all looked at his body.
Look at my body.
He's like, look at my body.
He had no clothes
Hey,
on.
TGA Fridays. Look at my body.
That's a true badass.
Hey, Shoney's. All you can eat buffet. Look at my body. It's perfect. Perfect.
Take care of myself.
Oh my gosh, that kid's so
If he's walking down the street and this dude knows that he looks good, he's fit, he's trim, dude, you don't even have to say a word. He just screams and exudes that, hey man.
He exhumes. That's what you do with a body. You exhume a body. You don't exhume it. You don't exhume confidence. Unless it's coming up with a body. The coroner's office.
Well, he said scream it out, but then he said you don't have to scream it.
Hey, well, listen.
Just the
Frank's
way-
just trying to give you all options on the table.
Yeah.
I'm a badass. I take care of myself. It is so intimidating to the other men out there to look at something like that, especially if you're arm in arm with a girl and you're very inferior to that individual. Don't be the inferior guy. Be the individual that everybody looks up to and screams, hey man, that dude is a badass.
Hey, Chrissy, that dude is a badass. Frank must just believe whenever.
Look at that guy.
Frank must believe whenever he gets in his 1976 Corvette and he
Look
puts
at
the top
that
down,
guy.
people are just staring at him. He's that guy.
He's a badass.
People are staring at you for all the wrong reasons, Frank. I can guarantee you this. They're like, "Who's that fucking old man running around with his shirt off? What is he doing?" He's probably-
Screaming,
yeah.
look at my body.
Yeah, look at my 12-inch cock. What Frank thinks. People are screaming about my 12-inch cock, my rock-hard body, my beautiful hair, and my 1967 Corvette. What people actually think, he's got a small dick. He's making up for a small dick.
Guys, tip number 4. It's
Whoa.
being a
Jeez, Frank, settle down.
Four.
What's a scream?
real badass. Guys, be confident of who you are. If you want to change into a badass, that's going to take time. If you change your personality to seek attention, people are going to pick up on that.
Oh my God, Frank. You just spent the first 10 minutes of this video explaining to people that they need to change their personality to seek attention.
Yeah.
And now you want to tell people don't change your personality to seek attention. Do you realize this is one of the most vapid videos I've ever
Just
heard
run
out of
into
anybody.
the restaurant like a Kool-Aid
Yeah.
guy busting through
Look
the
at my
wall,
body!
busting through the brick wall. Wow.
The Taco Bell. Look at my body. Everyone would go, oh, he's high like we are. He's been smoking
Waffle
the
House.
same shit. Waffle House. We're looking at your body.
We
Well,
see your body, you're not a badass.
Waffle House. You're a piece of shit. Waffle House. Look at that badass over there. Waffle House. We see you, badass, in booth number 5. But you're a piece of shit. You're type 2.
So
We have your
being a
credit card as well.
We have your credit card, type 2 piece of shit.
badass, dude, you're going to be a jackass. Being a
That's a good rhyme, Frank.
Wait, what made you a jackass?
If you're not confident, if you're trying to change your personality if you're trying to change your personality to get attention, you're a jackass. Not a badass, a jackass.
Oh.
badass takes time. It's like maturity. You have to build your maturity. You have to build
How about
your
till I'm
confidence.
50?
This is something new that you're walking into. You know, I don't know what your personality was before, but if you do want to be the ultimate badass, that's going to take time. So listen to what I'm telling you.
And I'm going to be talking to you for
Yeah.
the next
Yeah.
100 years.
Listen.
So, just listen.
Join that family of subscribers, you piece of shit. Come join the Frank B family. Fucking nobody. You asshole.
It's going to take time.
You jackass. It's
It's
going to
just-
take time. It's going to take a lot of time because while I'm still on Earth, there's only one king here. And that's Frankie B.
Look at my
Look
body.
at my body. You can't do that, Frankie B.
Grab some more badass books, read them, and you'll get there.
Where are the badass
What?
books?
What badass books are you
I
talking
know,
about?
he just skipped
You
right
skipped
through
right
the
over that.
books.
You just assumed we were reading.
I-
We're watching. You just assumed we're readers. You got to give us time. You got to prep us, Frankie.
I mean, I am a reader, but what should I be reading?
I don't know.
Grab the books,
Probably,
run through a store, say, look at my body. You're
yeah.
on your way.
I would imagine it's the Motors and Tits edition, February Motors and Tits edition.
Just don't rush the process. Tip number 5, never hide your displeasures. Always let it show on your face that you are displeased with that person if you're talking to them and they are pissing you off or they are annoying you.
What kind of horse shit advice is that?
It's really weird.
yeah.
I mean,
People are looking
never
for
hide your
yeah.
displeasure.
Never avoid
Look at my
confrontation.
body.
Yeah, look at my body.
You don't like me?
Fuck you.
Okay, always keep in mind that a true monster badass is a perfectionist. He doesn't have time for other.
He doesn't have time to be bothered with his own feelings and being polite.
Oh,
He doesn't have feelings. He
busting
doesn't have
through this
time
world.
for niceties. Yeah, you're busting through this world,
With your
having people
pube
look at your
face.
body with your
Pube
pube
beard.
stash. Your pube stash, throwing your ripped jeans out the back of the car as you're driving down the highway. Coloring your hair black. Putting that spray on hair on your forehead. Putting some hair plugs in your chin.
Just make sure people know that you're pissed off.
That's right. Just when you do it, do it with your chip on the shoulder. No one enjoys the company more of somebody that's got a chip on their shoulder. Take it from me.
It's pleasure.
People's idle chatter. All right, he's committed to excellence, and if there's a mumbler stumbler that is just sitting there wasting your time, you don't have to be rude, but as a bad boy, you kind of got to give him the stare. It's like, really? What?
You don't have to be rude. You just have to murder them. Don't be rude. Just make sure they feel
Give
like
them the
shit.
stare.
Yeah. If you're type 1.
Really?
If you're type 1, you want to make sure that type 2 understands just how shitty of a human being they are. Just letting you know that. It's your job as badass number 1
Yes.
to degrade badass number 2. That way there'll be no
That's
more
the
new
hierarchy.
badasses. That's right. You want to there's only a few spots for badasses. You don't want to crowd it with a bunch of idiots.
Exactly. And all
morons.
those ripped up clothes they got rid
Throw
of.
them out the window.
No, get them.
Set them on fire. Drink gasoline.
That's a real badass.
That's a real badass.
What are you doing here? And simply push that person on, because you're a bad boy. Number 6, it's all about your presence. If you want to be a bad boy, it's going to start probably with your walk, all right? So if you're walking like you got a little your little bunghole.
Like you got
And like you got a
what?
Twinkie
In
up
the
your
bunghole?
bunghole?
What is that?
I think that's a gay slur. Actually, I think is what that is. I'm 100% sure
confused.
that he's making fun of gay people. I actually have not. I haven't actually did not get this far in the video, and so I'm gonna call this out like I see it now here on this show because I want to let it be known that we do not condone.
He said walk like it.
He said you can no. He said if you want to project confidence and badass, don't walk like you have a Twinkie up your butthole.
Oh, I thought you said walk like it.
No, he said don't walk like it. And so I'm going to guess that that's Frank's age is showing here and his prejudice showing here. So Frank, you're an asshole.
Yeah.
Don't talk like that.
Totally.
Yeah. Guess what? There are many gay men that I've known in my life that are way more badass than you, dude. Super badass.
Yes.
Kick your ass in a heartbeat. Yeah. Old man. You still come on the show. I'll still help you with your YouTube videos, but we got to straighten that lingo out, buddy. This is one of those times when it would behoove you to actually keep your thoughts inside of that clunky head of yours.
All right, you're in a little bit of trouble. So you're gonna need to work on your walk. Again, you want slow walk, arms swinging. You want to be staring straight ahead.
You want your balls clanking around your knees.
Arms swinging.
Yeah, arms
Slow
swinging.
walk, arms swinging.
Arms swinging? What? Who swings with their arms anymore? What is that? Sounds like a robot. Beep boop bop boop 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 boop.
Look at my body.
I am badass. My name is Frank. I do not like gay people or pieces of shit. I will let you know if you're either.
If you're walking through a crowd of people, you want to keep your focus centered, and don't let anybody know that you're noticing them. You are the one that wants to be noticed, and trust me, they're looking. They're looking because you do. You have the swagger. You've got the body. You've got the look. You've got the attitude.
You've got the look.
Got the look.
You've got the look.
Shabba
Do,
dooba
do,
cookie
do, do.
in my book.
You've got the look. You've got the look. I just got to say, another 7.5 minute video with useless information from Frank. Let's listen to the last couple seconds of what he has to say. But I mean, again, he has given you no information except for change your hairstyle frequently every day if you can, which I don't even know how you do that.
Throw out the ripped
ripped clothes, but keep them because you'll need them in the next video, I guess, Frank.
Swing with your walk.
Swing with your walk.
hands.
Yeah, better not walk like a gay guy because I guess that's not badass. I'm not really sure what that meant, but whatever.
Congratulations! You are a 50+ bad boy. Those are just 6 quick tips on how to become a badass.
Something tells me I have a feeling that Frank probably has like 60 more of these. if you let him go on and on. What do you think?
Oh, I'm absolutely sure of it.
He's just full of it, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's just Frank. If you wanna get in a girl's vagina, Frank's gonna show you how. If you wanna waste a bunch of fucking time, yeah, Frank's gonna show you how.
Watch
Frank's
these videos.
gonna mumble all day long.
Go for it. Go for it.
Yeah,
Go for it.
Frank doesn't like people that mumble, but then Frank is the guy who just. I mean, Frank doesn't like mumblers, but Frank has yet to figure out his game too. Yeah.
Again, I want to see somebody that took the steps. What have they be you? I don't know what the steps are.
I don't know.
We've listened to a couple of these now, and I still don't know any concrete advice.
We've
grab some books.
Grab some books. Throw that clothing out. Shave your face.
Yeah.
And then put the hair right back. Save the hair because you'll need it tomorrow.
Mysterious.
You got to face it back on. That's right.
Yeah.
I want to thank BetterHelp.com for sponsoring this episode of The Commercial Break. You can go to BetterHelp.com/The Commercial Break for 10% off your first few visits with an online therapist. They'll connect you in just a short amount of time. Chrissy's used it before.
Yes.
I've used online therapy before.
I love
we
it.
both like it. And so from one human looking to better themselves to another, don't take Frankie's advice. Go to BetterHelp.com.
Yes.
I'm going to send that over. I'm going to give Frankie my 10% off. I'm going to say, hey, bud, go here. But there's a few issues you need to work out for sure. Go to tcbpodcast.com for more information about the show. You can watch our entire library and listen to our entire library there. Well, as many videos as we have. We started doing YouTube, episode number 22 or 23 or something like that. Mm-hmm. And the first couple of episodes of the show are really fucking rough around the edges. I mean, the
camera's down on the
this.
floor.
Yeah.
I look like I have no neck.
Look, I'm like this, halfway through the commercial. Hey, you're up here. I'm down there. I've got no light on, so it's just I'm entirely blacked out, and you've got too much light on. And oh my God, it's a whole fucking mess. But look, I think we got it kind of straightened out now. We got more wires in here today than we've ever had. And I'm gonna add another 12. I don't even know what we're gonna. We have to get a space. I think that's the next step here.
Yes.
I think we're going to have to get out of this little corner of my house and we're going to have to go somewhere else.
I think so too.
Yeah, but that's okay.
We'll investigate.
That's good. That's we get out and now we're actually doing a job and having a ton of fun.
You got the first dose of the vaccine.
I
I'm
did.
getting the first dose soon. So.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
And take the vaccine.
Yeah.
That's the way we all get out of this. Yeah, don't be a dum-dum. Don't be a dum-dum. Hey, listen, if you trust Pfizer with getting your cock hard, you should trust Pfizer with
your vaccine.
Saving your life.
Yes.
Yeah. You eat stuff at I heard this on Howard Stern a couple days ago and I forgot who said it. Oh, I think Arsenio Hall said it. You walk into Chipotle not knowing what the fuck they're putting in their meat and you eat it every single day. But you won't take the vaccine because you think there's nanoparticles are going to blow up your brain or whatever. Don't be a dum-dum. Take the fucking vaccine.
Yes.
So we can all get out of this.
Yes.
And we love you.
We love you.
And I love you.
And I love you.
And until next time.
Bye.